So I ask you, would a monster do something like that?
Well, probably yes.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're breaking down the differences between the actors in Netflix's Monster, the Ed Gein story, and the real-life people they portrayed. Joey Polari versus Anthony Perkins.
For the movie, Tab. I'm trying to get into character for Psycho. It's part of the biggest shot of my career.
Yeah, that's hard to forget when it's all you ever talk about, darling.
The guy's a cross-dresser, so I need to understand how you feel, how you move different.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't let me get in your way.
Polari captures Perkins's porcelain poise, shy smile, and nervy precision. An actor hiding knives beneath good manners. Historically, Perkins built Norman Bates under Hitchcock's tight direction and Joseph Stefano's script, not by studying Gein. His high, gentle voice, bird-like movements, and sudden flashes of anger defined the role, which shadowed his career for decades. Perkins was a respected stage and screen actor before and after Psycho, but Bates became inescapable.
The rain didn't last long, did it? You know what I think? I think that we're all in our private traps, clamped in them, and none of us can ever get out. We scratch and claw, but only at the air.
If the series pairs Perkins with crime scene research or Gein's biography, that's shorthand. The character was adapted from Robert Bloch's novel and refined on set. Polari's rendering of Bates-era stiffness and boyish unease feels authentic. Any back channel with Gein is invention, not method.
It's been years, Gary. All I get offered are Norman Bates types.
I'm as frustrated as you are, Tony. But really, you're a victim of your own success.
Really? Because nothing about this feels like success.
Will Brill versus Tobe Hooper.
So that's where you got the idea?
Yeah, it was Christmas time at Montgomery Ward, and I thought, well, here's one way to make the line go faster.
It's far out, man.
But also, you know, Boogeyman, Ed Gein.
Who?
Ed Gein. I told you about him, the guy in Wisconsin.
Brill plays Hooper, a disillusioned hippie turning folklore and headlines into nightmare. Historically, Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a low-budget shocker partly inspired by Ed Gein's grave-robbing and skin mask lore, filtered through Texas anxieties about isolation and industry. Hooper and co-writer Kim Henkel built a composite villain, not a biopic. Leatherface's chainsaw, family dinner, and slaughterhouse metaphors are inventions. Hooper wanted a documentary feel and existential dread, not splatter.
I don't consider my films to be slasher-type pictures. I don't know. I'm not one for a lot of bloodletting. Actually, I've had criticism sent my way that my films are not bloody enough or gory enough.
Any scenes implying Hooper studied Gein's files closely are embellishments. The real director scavenged ideas from urban legends, news clippings, and cultural rot. Brill's unfiltered passion matches interviews, methodical and wry, an engineer of sustained panic.
Ed Gein couldn't get over the pictures he saw of World War II. World War II drove him literally insane, those images. Can you imagine if he saw what we're doing in Vietnam, Hamburger Hill, My Lai?
Elliot Gold versus Weegee.
Why did you write me so much? I never had so many letters. Last week, I got 3 in one day.
Well, I'm sorry. I love your work so much. I guess I have a fascination with death. And your photos, for whatever reason, they remind me that we're all gonna die.
Oscar nominee Gold leaned into the gravel-voiced ghoul of New York nights, cigar, trench coat, speed graphic at the ready. Historically, Weegee, born Arthur Fellig, was a freelance press photographer who tailed police radios in the 1930s and 40s, producing stark flash images of crime, fire, and street life.
All my life, out on all the streets, I know them all because I drive all night long. I know every block, every signpost, every cop, every beggar, everything.
His photos, blunt lighting, close range, and gallows wit made him famous. He later published books and dabbled in cinema, even consulting for Stanley Kubrick. However, there's no evidence to suggest that Adeline Watkins pursued a working partnership with him. Nevertheless, Gould's world-weary charm rings true. Historical evidence suggests that Weegee was an opportunist artist, not a moralist, and he prized access over sermonizing.
Oh, actually, I think your images have made me braver and more bold and just more myself. And I want to be your assistant.
I don't want an assistant. I had a kid helping me out one time. A woman jumped off the Flatiron building. Her head exploded. The kid puked the moment he saw it.
Susanna Son versus Adeline Watkins.
I'm never going to believe what came. You're the only person I can show this to.
Why is that?
Because you're the only one in this town who's like me.
What are we like?
Weird.
The series positions Watkins as Gein's would-be partner, a wary, small-town romantic drawn to his quiet charm. Historically, Adeline Watkins was a real Plainfield woman who, in later interviews, briefly claimed she and Gein nearly married 2 years before his 1957 arrest, then recanted, stressing they were not close.
Eddie Gein was, at one time, an acquaintance of mine. I would exchange pleasantries with him from time to time at the soda counter, and on one occasion, I accompanied him roller skating. That was the extent of our relationship.
She said she never entered his house and described him as polite, not threatening. There is no evidence she aided his crimes or knew about the trophies inside the farmhouse. Thus, any depiction of intimacy, complicity, or detailed foreknowledge is dramatization. Son's performance, nervous, repelled, then a morbidly curious enabler, captures the plausibility of small-town acquaintance with a hidden monster.
So that's what I'd do if I could. I'd help out Mr. Weegee until I could branch out on my own, after I learn all the tricks of the trade. I think I'd be good at that, too. And I wouldn't be scared by it, either. I think I could find the beauty in it, if there was such a thing. I know it sounds strange. You know, you're the only person I could have told that to.
Tom Hollander versus Alfred Hitchcock.
Gein was schizophrenic, was he not?
Yes. They are often triggered in early adulthood, and for Eddie, it really seemed like the trigger was these photographs of Nazi atrocities.
And had he not seen them?
Might have stayed a small-town simpleton.
Such is the power of the photographed image.
Hollander gives Hitchcock a clipped, mischievous intelligence and monastic control on sets, not unlike the legendary filmmaker's IRL persona. Hitchcock never met Gein, but he mined the case for Psycho alongside Robert Bloch's novel, then shaped Norman Bates through meticulous blocking, storyboards, and tense direction. If the series suggests a direct pipeline from Gein's farmhouse to Hitchcock's camera, that's taking the fast route.
Mr. Hitchcock, why do you always make mystery films?
Well, life is a big mystery, isn't it? It always has been. I think people are intrigued by mystery to find out about things they don't know anything about.
Monster does address the things that inspired Psycho in composite. Bloch's fiction, a reticence to shed light on such a depraved story, and Hitchcock's obsessions with voyeurism and repression. Hollander's reserved menace and sly asides, though obscured by occasionally distracting prosthetics, make his Hitchcock feel real.
She's right, of course. This is not cinema that anyone will recognize. It is entirely new. But she's dead wrong to say people won't want to watch it. Our audience lives in a world in which God has been banished.
Vicky Creeps versus Ilse Koch.
Kinder! Kinder! Nicht anfassen! Beißt!
The Luxembourgish German Creeps plays Koch as a chilling emblem of cruelty whose alleged human skin souvenirs echo Gein's later horrors. Historically, Ilse was the wife of Buchenwald Commandant Karl Otto Koch and was notorious for her sadism towards Jewish prisoners.
Was ist los, mein Kind?
Ich weiß nicht, ich kann das einfach nicht.
Pappalapapp. Natürlich kannst du das. Du machst das schon ganz richtig. Schau. So. Du musst immer direkt am Schädel ansetzen.
The lurid legend that she commissioned items from tattooed skin was never proven in court, though survivors swore by it. She was convicted for war crimes, released on appeal, then retried in West Germany and given life. She died by her own hand in 1967. Gein was indeed inspired by Koch's disturbing actions during the Holocaust, accurately reflected on the show through his near-obsessive fandom and admiration toward her.
Why do you want to talk to me?
I'm a big admirer of yours. I'm just a small town fella myself, simple like, but...
No. Mr. Gein, I read about you. I know who you are.
Well, in that case, maybe you know that, well, you and I kinda share the same hobby.
Laurie Metcalf versus Augusta Gein.
You will never be involved with a Jezebel.
Oh, fancy a Jezebel, mother.
Oh, so you are seeing some. I know who you got eyes for, that girl in town, that Pandora.
Her name's not Pandora, mother. It's Adeline.
No, her name is Pandora.
Oscar nominee Metcalf channels a hard, puritanical matriarch whose scripture-laden scolding shapes Ed's pathology. Augusta was a controlling, intensely religious Lutheran who preached women's wickedness and isolated her sons on a Wisconsin farm. Accounts describe relentless moralizing, temper, and disgust with sexuality. She loathed Ed's few attempts at friendship and idolized purity.
All I wanted was a girl. Prayed and prayed to the good Lord for it, but was not his will, so I must abide by that. No matter how much it pained me to lay with your father. Oh, I only let him defile me twice. You know that. I told you that.
After the family left town center, Augusta's world shrank to church chores and condemnation until her death in 1945, a loss Ed never recovered from. The series' rigid posture, clipped reprimands, and claustrophobia align with biographies. Augusta's abuse was psychological control, reinforced by deprivation, shame, and fixation on female sin.
They're adulterers!
Don't you dare lay a hand on that thing!
You owe the Gein farm $10, Daniel Smith. Now I'll take that in cash or straw fodder. I got cows to feed.
Like hell I'm paying you.
May the Lord forgive you for cursing.
Hush up, Sally. It's the right. It's gonna die anyway.
This is a house of filth.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Charlie Hunnam versus Ed Gein.
I have something in common with them. He's a loner, this man. When you're alone too much, your thoughts can make you want to do things. I spent too much time alone in that house after Mother died.
Hunnam plays Gein as a soft-spoken, fidgety loner whose politeness curdles into ritual horror. That tracks with the record. The Plainfield handyman was arrested in 1957 after Bernice Warden's body was found on his farm, and he admitted to grave robbing and 2 murders, including Mary Hogan's.
Schizophrenia, Ed. You're schizophrenic.
It is that way I do the things that I do. Like why I dug up all those ladies. It killed Bernice and my friend Mary Hogan.
Yes.
He fixated on his devout, domineering mother and kept a cluttered house while appearing mild in town. Where it stretches reality is charisma and scope. Gein was awkward, reclusive, and sharply denied accusations of necrophilia. Investigators confirmed macabre trophies, but not violation. He spent the rest of his life in psychiatric custody, dying in 1984.
Deputy, I tell you, the folks they lock up here nowadays, they're getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah, well, it's no surprise to me. You see what I see out here every day, I think it's just as crazy out there.
Which performance on Monster was your favorite? Be sure to let us know in the comments.